All right, we're recording. So anyway, bounce up, candle close, 4 hour time frame. Right, we are outside of that range. For me, right, we talked about, and then we talked about this yesterday. That was the mark, right? And not only is that the mark, but it also represents it's just a click away, right? Because the next target, not a speculation target, it's the target to the upside, and that's 576, right? 575, 576 area. And that's what we would want to see if we could obviously break over today's high. Because breaking outside of that range just gave us that next new wick, which we have multiple touches, psychological number. So again, we're going to watch towards the end of the day. Right now, this is just a rejection, so one could speculate using something on here on the something on the lower time frame. Um, I mean, you definitely saw some pretty wild pumps today as you move down into the 30-minute. Right, we're starting to near that candle drop underneath 567.50, which would give us a little bit of a pullback. But other than that, right, on the SPY, I think we're again waiting closer towards the end of the day to kind of get a better idea of where we want to take it. I definitely don't want to fight against the grain, and if we hold going into the end of the day, that still shows um, strong buying. But one thing should have gone over first. Tomorrow, just FOMC Waller speaking. So we have to take that into consideration, right? There's really no data that's coming in to impact the market. Trump obviously is always going to be a variable for that. But if, and this is the big if we can get over today's high, my next target is much further with a 570, 550, and 570, 650 target. Boom. All right. What's going on TikTok? Can you guys hear me on TikTok? I hope so. All right, QQQ. This one's a little bit closer to its target. Again, if you want to speculate on that, I don't think that's enough alone. But you do have a structure up above. That's what you were trying to go and reclaim. You're kind of already falling short. You're losing a little bit of that gas. But that's what needs to be broken is at 494. That would make your next target above you cost basis at 498. Again, I'm just saying if that's something that you want to speculate on, I'm just showing you where we need to break and where we'll go if that breaks. Whether or not you take that, I'm still speculating because again, as we move into, damn dude, it's been storming all afternoon. As we move into the end of the day, there is right a couple of things that we'd like to see buyers hang on to. This being one of them, right? That's 490.50. So, um, we'll take a look at Square in just a moment. Yeah, I need to look at that one anyway. I'm just driving it in there for a reminder. All right. So that being said, we kind of got our floor here. We got some empty motherfucking space down on the 15-minute time frame. So again, if you're somebody who's speculating by the end of the day, you can go look for this correlating target on any other ETF. And if we did happen to lose that, I think we have a very easy drop to 487.50. And that's it, right? I really wouldn't speculate with weekly contracts. I know they're probably cheaper, but that's all I have to offer on that one. IWM, same thing, right? And that would be 201.50 if you decide to try to take that one back down. The only difference would be the fact that you have that 201.7, which would be a target. Now, with the 24-hour candle close, this one's a little bit less comprehensive as it just doesn't have structure in the nearest time frame. You do have structure, don't get me wrong, but you're still nearing cost basis, which is, not that far away, possibly not worth it. So, um, hold on a second. Are we good? Yeah, we're good. Mm-hmm. All right. So that's our ETFs. Let's go ahead and take a look at what you guys are looking at going into tomorrow. Tiger. There's a gap up there, like you said, at 12 weekly time frame. You got a good weekly candle, obviously going into Friday. That would leave just the wick at 996 to blow through. A couple key points here. I don't like the 24, but I do like this one. You are still kind of nestled in that, and it still looks like there's a gap right here as well that you never filled to 964. So I would be looking for that to kind of be my break point on the 4 hour time frame. And again, this is if if I know Tiger correctly, it's probably going to happen relatively quickly. So if it's cheap and low risk and you can plant yourself in that, um, yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. Um, one day, this is going to be. Hold on one second. Let me see something. One day, this is going to be a crazy fire ash short. I don't think that's it. I don't think we have that yet. Hmm. Yeah, curious. You do have earnings, like you said, so there's a target down below around 750. Apple. Any plays you're in, and we should be monitoring. Um, I I fucked around with Nvidia and still have some calls. Um, but other than that, I trimmed out of AAL today. I still have those. Those are in the money, but we are at the top, and this is was one of my last predictions as far as price tapping. There's a little wick up there at 1123, and then kind of a little bit of empty space up in the 1130s. But other than that, looking for it right now. It's a good point to. I mean, you don't have a lot of walls in front of you. Like 1150 would be the first psychological target outside of that. So, um, anyway, for Apple, I have a feeling that okay, so 24 hour, we're in range, right? That's really simple. This helps ease the anticipation, right? So there's your floor right there. There's your ceiling. Let's go to the 4 hour. A little bit of a rocky move over this. So the way that I see this is usually when you get kind of this weird choppiness, and yeah, I can kind of see maybe that this is a box, but more or less it almost seems like you're building one, right? So 20150, but let's go down a little bit further, and this is the answer to your question, right? Box here. So if you get over 20150, which will go down to the 1 hour, yeah, that stands. You have 20350 there to the upside. It does appear that there's also a channel to the downside of here as well. Nope, not going to force it. And that kind of lines up, right, with that break. So at that point, you would then be deciding whether or not 20370 is being reclaimed and 20570 is the break to the upside. So, uh, but, bull, buy, Jesus, get it together, man. What are you talking about? All right. IoT uppies. That's a technical term, right? I don't like that. Weekly. Okay, so you've secured over that and over the floor at 43. Feel like 46 would be your next target there. 47.11 here, 4 hour time frame. Okay, so here's what you're working through. So I would want to see 44.50 for that next leg up, which should be around 47 flat. BA, probably gonna do some BA shit. Did you wick off the wick? You didn't quite get there. That would be my next. I mean, that's the perfect target or clear target above you right there at 196. There's multiple times hitting that, but not only that, it's a massive, juicy, succulent Chinese dinner, right? Basically 199.19. Uh, yeah. So I mean, you have a good hold on the 24-hour candle. I think more or less you're looking at what's below you, and sheesh, gets a little scary. But there's an answer to every chart, right? Always. I'm telling you. Here's answer one, right? And down here, this little creepy fucker, that's answer two. And that's under 190.44, you're doomed. So use that. There's always an answer on the chart. Are you willing to look for it? No, I was kidding. Please check bull. No, okay. Pay the price. So what did we talk about? If you go look at every video that I've put out on Nike, I talked about this little fucking dumb shit right out here. And as you moved down, it was like, okay, clearly there's a box. Now, this is good tension, uh, but it kind of shows how weak you are, right? So think about it this way: if I have a strong stock and a small box, I'm gonna blow through that fucking box. No problem. Small box, no problem. If a small box trips you up as you're taking off from an area of consolidation, you don't have a foothold yet. And you might need to chill, or which is what appears to be the current predicament, or you need to get a fucking move on. Um, And so right now, I would look at the fact that you have two rotations off the both of the top and the bottom. And so tomorrow, I imagine you'll finish that next rotation. Maybe dip. Don't don't get too scared because you have 58.68. I would even watch that on the 2 hour. And if you can bunch up and pop out, it still has a good chance to keep this fucker going right here, which, has a ton of potential and a lot of empty space. So if you're in and you have time, uh, maybe hedge for like the 56 or just do your thing. Risk it for the biscuit. All right. Anyway, XYZ. Do not first or last. We talked about this, didn't we? Yes, we did. Look at this. Those wicks up there. We're not quite there yet, but you're already seeing that resistance kind of step in, right? Um, Good empty space movement. You moved really, really well. So here's where we can come to a conclusion, right? 24-hour time frame, not much. I really don't have much to go off of other than what is closest to me. And that should be basically coinciding with my previous target. We got 51 here, and then kind of, no, wait. All right, there's that third rotation I just talked about. No, I appreciate it. That those are it's better than coming at someone coming in here and talking about their balls. All right. All right. No. Yeah, maybe I should have said that. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, right? So now we're going to see whether or not we get a candle close. How does Nvidia doing? Okay. That one's creepy, dude. This one's creeping me out. Keep an eye on this fucking. I'm creeping. Yeah, I'm getting there. Hold on. If you're in the Discord, yeah, I take requests from the Discord first. So Google A. Yeah, that term does kind of fuck me up. What do you need, Shirley? Aren't you? You should be up, right? What are you looking for, Shirley? I'm assuming you're still in this or in this. So let's see here. Candle close. Yeah, we're gonna keep that there. I would say 68.60 is your next target to the upside. Pretty easy. You look like you're on your way. Boobala. XYZ. Yeah, I mean it looks fine as of right now. You know, maybe hedge for 48.90. You have empty space underneath you. Yeah, it looks better. Yeah, it looks way better. Qs are holding. Yeah, have you? Yeah, Spy has a better setup. Spy has the overhead wicks, 570.75, and then if you go to the hourly, it's easy. This is fucking child's play right here. That's going to go and hit 573 right in there. Maybe a little turbulence at 572.50, but yeah, over that mark, you go here. All right. STZ installation brands. That's just fucking ridiculous. I mean, you do fucking recover after taking huge fucking nasty dumps. You got the setup for it. I mean, you're gauging just by the juice at this point, right? It's wide open spaces, Dixie Chicks type shit, right? You're looking, oh, they're not called that anymore. Sorry. Uh, you're hitting the wicks. You're holding above it. You're slow as fucking pond water, but uh, the potential is there. Skipped a couple. What do you mean you skipped a couple? Um, I mean, fuck. Potential is there. Hey, look what my daughter did to my phone. She destroyed it with fucking squishy stickers. This has a shit ton of empty space. Has obviously a lot of potential. I think to go and rip up into the 159. 1 hour. Let's see. Yeah, 159 looks like an obvious target. There's obviously 156 here. Let's see. Go to the 30-minute anymore. We don't I don't think we have any structure, so it's just candle open 156.40, and then you're looking at the imbalance. Is there a channel here by chance? Got to go with all the context clues I can in an area like this. So yeah, I mean, this is you're there at this point, and you can see that this is the second time you've hit this wall. So this is going to determine. This is a box. So either you straight up get back up. I imagine if you get a small gap up, you'll come back and retest before you keep going. But I mean, yeah, it's empty space. I think right now or this end of day, will determine whether or not that's good for a swing. RKLB, Rocket Labs, 24-hour time frame. In range, Chad. And resisting. There's 3 wicks up at the top. It looks like it's waiting. You got earnings, right? So, yeah, 24.60. Yeah, it's not bad. You got a lot of empty space up there, on the 24 anyway. So I'd be looking at 24.24, 26.40, I guess, until maybe, I mean, I guess it does like to do that after earnings. So it could be even going into next week as well. Let's see. Channel. Yeah. No, I mean, you're obviously holding up. So, oh, you can't see my phone? Look. Fuck. No, I was showing TikTok what my daughter did to my cell phone, my cellular device, covered in fucking squishmallow stickers, bananas and clouds and rainbows on it now. It is nice though. It's got grip now. Mara earnings play might work due to Bitcoin. Yeah, no problem, man. 16. If you're looking up on Mara, my target is $16 to the upside. You've got more than enough, tension up there. If you don't break out on earnings, then you're fucking gonna feel the pain as this box expands. But yeah, if this explodes out or carries through, earnings on Mara though is weird sometimes. Oh look, it's Luke Skywalker. What'd you say? I didn't hear anything you just said. Thanks, Poppy. Yeah, yeah. AAL is. I'm up on AAL right now, 400%. And remember when we talked about this one? We talked about if you don't buy more than fucking like at least 25, 50 contracts. I think I've trimmed like 4 times, and I still have 35 contracts left, worth $187 or $875. I'm sorry. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah. ER on Mara is I'm not a huge fan. But I talked about this one, definitely a trim point here, exactly where we're at. So, anyway, with Oxy, A lot of fucking empty space, obviously, in front of us. I'm up, just a little bit on the 30%, around 30% here. So it's really looking down on the 4 hour. Good break, good move to the upside. Um, I think 42.75 is our nearest target from here. Um, Not gonna hedge, just gonna let it do its thing. I think 43, May 16th. YN Locker PLTR. Am I allowed to say that? Uh, Coin. I imagine this looks like Mara. This one has a little bit more short-winded, and here's what I'm gonna say to this. When it's just not obvious, certain things need to happen in order for this to be big, which is always the goal when we take an earnings trade. So with that being said, you are up. You did pull back. You bounced. You're up against the fucking 210. You have structure over here to your left that is, you know, going down to the 4 hour a lot clearer, right? So if it punches over 215.65, I think you have a clear target of 235.44, 235.45. Sorry, that's what I see. To the downside, you have a target of 177.87. Lily down. That's playing with fire. Let's see here. So if you're gonna be a seller, you want to obviously try to be with the top. But right now they're having a tough time keeping price locked down. Right, you can see that it's obviously resisting breaking down into this structure. And it looks like a shorter, lower time frame box over here is responsible for that resistance. It's not much of a box, but it is a range. Now that I actually look a little bit further in, it just simply bounced off of the end of its empty space. So I could say confidently on the 2 hour that your low 238.85 would give you cost basis breaking and drive you down. In the meantime, you have too much, and actually, this could be a good play back up. You could see a nice move back up, grab that floor, move through this 50%, and find yourself back up at the 817 mark, which there's likely going to be a channel here. Netflix down. Okay. Charts like that scare me. All right. So, weekly in range. We're at all time highs, so I can't help you on targets to the upside. Obviously, you're looking down, and that's where this gets fucking weird. It really does. I mean, it's kind of hard to give you something clear on the 24 hours. So this is where we got to move down and investigate. So at the moment, here's what I'm seeing. I think you could almost call that a box, and then this would just be an individual low. So if you break underneath that, you would have basically a drop down to that 124, which is also your open candle right here. So if that drops, you would end up moving down here. Yeah, you drop down to basically 1008. That would give you, I think that would give you the highest probability of dropping down to 1088, 1085. No, they didn't. I took it all down. Yeah, I took all the flowers out. It's raining, so free water. Oh, you're like Neo. You just see the code. I don't know about that. Unlike Neo, except I just have autism. No, I'm just kidding. Um, let's see. TTD earnings today. Yeah, we talked about this one. Yeah, the top, if you can get there, would be 62.50, clear as day. But part of me thinks you might have already made an earnings move. Just throwing it out there. I'm not. I don't make the rules, but 64.50 would be your next target to the upside if you were to break that. I had some swing trades MR records that I was holding on to that paid off. It was a little disappointing. Uh, Basically, but only about 180 to 200%. IV didn't really expand or give me a chance to let it expand. So it is what it is. Yeah, it fucking drained all the value out of the calls. Um, UAL. I mean, I think it's clear, right? Get rid of all of it and just focus on that, and that's 8108. I mean, there is the wick, maybe 8236, but that gives way to a small pocket of empty space to 86. So the question is, do you rip right out and past that? And that's where, again, there's always an answer. And the answer usually that we really need to know is, where do we fall when we're going up, right? And that gives us peace of mind when we're going up. There you go, right? You can see a clear floor 79.67. So you need to be above this box on a gap up, hopefully. Made my first band today, thanks to you, Chef. Appreciate everything you do for us. Let's fucking go, dude. So I'm talking about. Now you owe me feet pics. No, I'm just kidding. Don't send those to me. If you send them to me, I'll send them to Diddler. All right. 24. Kava. Trump said buy stock loaded in calls. Trump said it's time to buy stocks again. Get fucking real. Let's see if he has that power again. Is that why we just pumped? He said that earlier. Remember when that used to work? That used to be sick, dude. Trump would be like, the economy's great. Stocks would fucking fly. Easy, dude. Just throw shit at the wall. Everything ripped. One day it'll happen again. I don't know who will tweet about it, but same here. I did a swing call on SPY 579. I thought that said negative 980%. I was like, holy shit. That's not good. What do you think? I'm about to look at that just a moment. Let me finish Kava really quick. Kava's dumb. I think this is a weekly trade. It's got to be focused on the weekly. But then you try and go to the 24-hour and it gets really yucky. I think my focus would be here. Clearly that's what's ailing you. 98.24, 185. And at the moment, your boundary or your current cage, if you will, is here. So, yeah, this is a read and react situation. I think I'm going to start using that term more often, because there's certain situations where, like, I can't give you an up or down. I don't know. And that's okay. It's okay. You don't have to I don't have to have all the answers. I need to be able to react to what's in front of me. That's as simple as that. Or pay attention to the waves inside of an area of consolidation. Okay, we bounced off the fucking floor for the third time. What did we see overnight? We made an official trade deal with Green Bay. Damn. What are they going to take Aaron Rodgers? No, I'm just kidding. Uh, that guy finally retire, or is he just really fucking walking in Brett Favre's footsteps? It's crazy. I still see clips of that guy. This is a little hot dog water on the approach. If I was an air traffic controller, I'd say, yeah, reroute your plane. But it's 965, right? That you need to be above. You are doing your job. You are holding up, which is here. That's 850. Um, I'd love to see a little bit of a stronger close. I'd love not to see a pullback here at the end of the day, which you are experiencing here at the moment. Pay attention to that going into the bell. I think what's really important now is it's not that hard because you do have a 950 above you. I wouldn't force this trade. You're getting a flat fucking rejection right up above you, so maybe you just need to retest or you're doomed. I was just joking, guys, about Green Bay. Yeah, I was joking. I know it's Great Britain. It was GB. It was funny. But anyway, swinging QQQ puts. Do I have any thoughts on it? It's risky, but I think in this conditions, even with this rejection that just happened right now, I mean, it's the same thing, right? Do you guys remember a couple days ago, literally, where we were here, right? We had just bounced off that floor, and I was like, "Well, we have this channel." I think when I see shit like that, right? It obviously has something to do with what's going to happen the following day. And so, if we see a drop, which how long do we have? Hold on. There's no way we could get away with this today. I'll fucking try. Hold on, let's 43. We got little to no time. How much do you want from me? 488s, 487s. That's gonna be risky. Around and find out. I'm trying this. Let's see what happens. Who the fuck just raised the ask on that? Oh, I want this. That's more than likely where we'll be overnight. To answer your question,
From $4 to $10.
$4 to $10. You bought them at 400, sold them at a stack.
No, no, that
Oh, okay.
quick 100% scalp.
Not bad.
You got the 87s or 88s?
88s and a little 87. Just in case it was to drop down into here. I don't know how high I mean, I don't know if it's going to happen before the end of the day. This is a lot to ask. You could grab tomorrow's contracts and if you have anything to the upside, I could do that, but those are obviously way more expensive. Mm-hmm. Give it to me, maybe. 40%, guys. You've never seen shit like this before in your life. Right there. Gang, gang. You can trim out a little bit of these at 489.50 if we do actually hit that, but Who knows? Not me. I'm never right. Uh, what's the next 1000% play? I'm working on it, Chief. Let me cook. ALK. Damn. 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 Damn, I wish I would have taken it over there, though. Come on, I've been a good boy this year. 3-minute time frame. Yeah, 489.50 right here. That's why you guys got to get out of Robinhood. No, if we recover 490.44, you're going to go back up to 491 and you're not going to do shit. Wee. Not a very fun ride. I need to broker trade station. Same with SPY, but I think this happens overnight, if I'm being honest with you. But I fuck, dude, the contracts are too cheap. Why not? Give it a shot. Can't tell you how many times I have done that, and it's worked. But we got a little bit more than 10 minutes here, so we'll see what happens. All right, in the meantime, like I said with the ALK, obviously Throbby looks good. Crazy work making me say that out loud, but we are at cost basis, and so this is going to be an important factor, getting up and out. Yeah, it happens now. So if you're already in, which would be great, perfect. If you're not, you're looking for this break, it's closing green up against it to get you a pop over 55, 58, which would then give you a target of 60. So looks pretty good. No, I don't see the momentum right now on the Qs. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm not trying to be negative. I don't see that lush unless Trump can say some dumb shit. Tomorrow's contracts, though, yeah. Just a little bit more expensive. Can't go really far past that. Call your grandparents, tell them to sell. CRWV, 4 weave. I said this before. There is little to nothing that I can offer on this, right? I have a channel here, speculative, maybe gives you 5650, and then you have a high. But as far as like structure or boxes, I'm not going to pretend like I can see anything clearly. You go down to the 2 hour and it's like a little bit more clear, kind of. But that still has you going up to 58.27. So I think AAL hit our target. So yeah, it's done. Don't be greedy. If you leave some runners on the table, it's fine, but don't let it be a whole fucking position. Did I pick up equity on Bull? No, I didn't. I said I was going to, and I didn't. Why didn't I? I don't know why I didn't. It's okay. Sub time. All right. Oh, let me finish this up. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh god there.
Look at that.
Okay. So there's 160%. Take a little bit out. How was the sweet potato sushi? There's very rare moments where I can't finish chewing food. I spat it out completely. I am making a fucking bag right now. Yuck. Sorry. Let it eat. Take your money off the table. Pay for the trade. Stay cool. Sell it while it goes down. Don't wait for it to bounce. Little shit. Damn, I just sold right on the back. Shit. Don't say, well, it was sweet potato sushi. You said I should try it. I did. It was awful, dude. It was awful. Like, I expected some sweetness, maybe something. No. Anyway, that was awesome. I got half left, which is still, I just made a bag anyway, so.
Went out at like.
So like, somebody finally ordered it.
We could get rid of our sweet potatoes.
I see you. Hey, buddy. Yo, nice jellyfish, bro. I'll see you guys in a minute. I love you. Daddy's making a bag right now. Dottie. Come on, give it to me, dude. All right, Ivy. Did anybody taking part in this thing?
At 50, 70 SPXs, and they're up like 400%.
Yeah, USPS City Market. Turned over a new leaf.
Crazy. They used all my buying power trading the chop.
Yeah, it's too easy. Grab like 100 contracts. I don't know about we. What do you need, Q's? Come on. We're running out of time, Chief. Oh, you're not going to do it, are you? It's all right. I won't be greedy.
That's cost basis right there, yeah. 4885.
No, I don't think so. That's not a box for me. That's just a little curl. Retest. I mean, you do have the same top. That's actually where we
That's
would.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I just don't like you don't have a bottom. No, I don't like it. You need a bottom. I need that BBL. Hey, quit using AI. But seriously. Thanks for the goat thing. Go down! Right now. Get up yonder. Bitch. And sell again. Right here. Oh. 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 Buy my contracts, you little dorks. And like a little 370% trade there. Yuck. Daddy wasn't there. Let's go. I swear I'm muted. I'm sorry, I hate tech stuff. I'm in the middle of a trade. I'm lost in the sauce. I'm feeling nice. All right, here we go. Bounce. All right, trim it. Now. 480%. Oh, that was nasty. Did we get the rest? Did we get the last? Oh. Do we get the rest? God damn, dude. Oh, look at me. I'm a scalper, dude. Dude.
I mean, you grab.
Me? Biddy. Oh. I got 50 of the three. Oh, the SPXs. Yeah, not that. No, I grabbed 50 of 488s and then 50 of the 487s. I already ate sushi. I ate sushi for lunch. This is muy delicioso. This is a big level, dude. If this breaks, I might have to let these mother. How long do we got? Minutes. I did grab them for tomorrow. Yeah, I did grab. Well, I said when I said it earlier, I grabbed them for tomorrow. Yeah, no, but I get scared sometimes. Scalping is exhilarating. It is when it's clear though. Is that not clear as fuck? Like that's what every scalper dreams of, dude, and it's just like wait for it. It's clear. I said it earlier. I walked away, came back. Saint it reject. Yo, what did I say actually after that pop? You guys were like, "Oh, it's ripping." It goes up, hits for the third time. Death. It's fire. And that's going to be on YouTube.
Hell yeah. I should have done that. Cody.
Did I? Was I? Cool. That was sexy. Is SPY collapsing? I would assume so. Yeah, but listen, hold on. Before you guys go crazy with the swing to the downside because you're riding on emotions, don't do it yet. Zoom out, right? Zoom out first. 24-hour time frame. What do we have? Not much, right? The 4-hour looks good for a possible decline into 486, right? So if you grab those for tomorrow, my only issue with this right now, what is my only issue right now? Tell me. You guys have to know.
Range.
No. Close. Possible.
Forward.
What's happening? There you go. There you go. It fell fucking fast. The same reason why I said we go short. Underneath that, it was worth it to go short. Same deal, right? Go up fast, come down fast. But what is this the birthplace of? Chop, right? Because you're going to fill up that volume. If we bounce down in here, which holy shit. All right, I'm holding these last contracts into after hours because I'm in the money. I'm going to see if I can get my last little bump. Let me see if I can. What percentage? 400%. Yeah, I'm going to swing those. But I'm just letting you know right now, if you trim some of those out or whatever, my thoughts are that this, unless we can follow through, right? Anytime you make a big move, it's fine. If you keep pushing, when you hit structure, you just blow through it. Or it doesn't have any reaction. But my point here is this could be our cage tomorrow, right? And these being the guards outside of those cages, which also does what? Allows us to have some peace of mind as to where we take our trades higher or lower. You know, the Qs have a, I would say that's a box. Yeah, Qs have a box right there. So 483.11. It gets a little weird when you get down into the structure because now we're dealing with lots of volume under here. But look, this could actually set up. In fact, if you did grab those puts, you could grab cheap out of the money hedges into the 945s or 940 areas. And hold on one second. Because that has a punchback. Tomorrow, if we were to bounce and break out, obviously, that's where that empty space would come in handy. But I hope you guys just made some cash. That was fun.
Hey, Cade, you still in here?
Those are not cheap, so never mind. They're not that bad though. A little 400% for Mr. Alex to catch 13.7%. Yeah, dude, it's diabolical what that guy celebrates. I mean, whatever. Damn, dude, that can't be real. You fucking liar. God.
Talk about that 330%.
Yeah, I would never recommend that
Definitely don't do
anybody
that.
takes a period of your free time to remind him that what he's doing is wrong and that he's holding people back from something that could help them actually in life. And so therefore he's a bad person because he's holding people back from possibly having a better life. Damn. You should say that all in one sentence.
Challenge.
Yeah, right.
Is he live?
I don't know. I would imagine. Motherfucker's always live. No? Dude, it's yeah. I love when other traders online say it's manipulation. I'm like, here, I got one better for you. It's my lack of understanding. It's all good though. All
Mental manipulation, you know, to yourself.
well, I think you guys say it more than I do, but it's all that anxiety you get when you're in signal groups and in other places because you just really don't know. It's like that anxiety can not always while you're in the trade. I get it. It still happens to me. But even if it's momentary, it's like there's an answer for that. You know, there's some way to solve that problem instead of it just being like, oh, I'm trying to see whether or not the 9-day moving average, crosses this one, and if it does, I guess I'll get out. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? But that's wonder and unknowing is like we don't know if that's going to do that. But if you lose a candle or have a candle close underneath the floor, it's not a mystery. You know, you're going to go down to whatever's underneath you. And that's cool. And I like it. Man, if only my teachers in high school could see me now. Sorry.
Yeah, it's your why somebody type. It's crazy.
Look at trade desk. Tell me what to do. No, I'm just kidding. Hold on one second. Refilling my blinker fluid. Oh man, that actually has a meaning now. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, hold on one second. Why are you saying ETD? Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. I'm sorry. Yeah, first target was here. Yeah, first target was here. Second target was, I don't know why I put that there, but I was a little bit off. My bad. Yeah, that was pretty obvious. It's
Mhm.
almost too obvious. I don't know why I didn't take it. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did hedge. I got the calls for the 494 strike for the Qs for tomorrow, which you still have time to get. In PF holding a runner at 400. Oh, I'm sorry, I just saw that. I guess you're holding now, brother. I'm assuming that was a put, and you just or call. Okay. I could see a little bit more up to 51.90 or 52, which I believe would be cost basis for your box. Yeah, pretty close. Oh, you're fine, man. We're good. I'm just looking at these last requests. Not like,
Hey, Potter.
yeah, what's up?
Trade question about it. Take a look at it.
Yeah, no problem. Let me go see. Yeah, I see it. Sorry. So, Marcia, I wonder if you walk me through the process of it. I asked because the other day you were talking about how you don't trade when something's within a box, and at the Carvana was actually there was a box within a box. I recall you said that you took the trade at the end of the day. I looked at this chart and nothing jumps out to me that would say this is a good place to take this trade, other than it had broken out of the 1 hour box it was in. It was sitting on the cost basis, and that's probably the reason you took it. I'm trying to understand it better. When was this? March?
March 19th, the day.
Oh yeah, the empty space structure.
Yeah, you talked about how you said you took it at the end of the day, and I don't see anything that sticks out to me saying, hey, this would have been a good time to jump into that one.
In here? Okay, so this is an easy answer. Easy. Inside of a box, and everybody in here could probably tell you this, right? If I'm a seller and I have 3 rejections at the top and 2 bounces on the bottom, what is supposed to happen? What is my job? You know,
You're a seller? You want to get past that?
you want to push it back down into a level that's right. So you want to pass the baton. Where's the baton? The baton is here. Right. You hit it. What happens? You completely reverse. What's in between you and the top? One fat ass candle, which means empty space. So my decision to take that, right, is going to be based off the fact that I had sellers fuck the job up, right? It's the same thing that just happened on the Qs. Exact same shit, just different place, right? So Qs, floor, wick, baton, fucked. You dropped it, right? Flip, reverse, squeeze out. So that, yes, I'm not a box. I don't like to trade within a box, right? Like if we open up here and the next day you open up in the same range, I'm going to set the range and I'm going to try and take the range outside of the box. But in this case, right, I pay attention to the waves. If I have 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3, and you've gone and you've recovered cost basis, you're going to go and try and break out. Now it came back down, had a lot of empty space up in front of it, but that was a perfect way to reverse that tension and take something basically and squeeze it out. Does that make sense, lawnmower?
Yeah, it does. I've been focusing on, like, if I've got something in a box like that, I'm waiting for it to break out of that box
Totally.
to.
I and I can totally agree with that. But here's one reason why, if I can, and I can't always get away with this, but if I can be at or near the floor on when something's gone, like This is something that is so detrimental to sellers to go and hit your target and then bounce. And what are we always looking at? When you fall and bounce, what matters is where you close on that bounce. What do you bounce up and grab? You grab your floor and more. So using that, and then again, this is empty space. It is damn near inevitable because of all that volume driving you down that you're going to squeeze and go right back up. So that puts me at an advantage because if I take this trade and I'm not at the top, right, I can withstand some retest. I can withstand a little bit of, bounces. So that especially if I can be the floor, if I can be on the floor of something, it's a favorite, and that's on a bounce, right? So for the Qs, I should have moved in a little bit more aggressively into an upside position, but clearly that was what 1, 2, 3, and you fail, right? After having multiple rejections and pushes back down. So that's just tension and whiplash. So hopefully that makes sense. And it's okay that if you're waiting for confirmation on something, this is something that I think with the experience that I have, time in the market, it's easy for me to recognize that. If you don't feel that way, then you don't need to do that until you have, perhaps a little bit of capital to experiment with doing it. So what's up?
Just because I like the way you explain that, can you, just for the video's sake, can you like rephrase the question or repeat the question clearly so that I can use it as like a start to the video? Or like, someone asking you a question, you answer.
Yeah. I took a trade on Carvana with Peyton's account on March 19th. I know it's way back, but I was wondering if you could walk me through the process of it. And the reason I asked is because the other day you were talking about how you don't trade when something is within the box. And at the time, Carvana was in a box. Actually, there was a box within a box. But I recall you said that you took the trade at the end of the day. I've looked at this chart, and nothing jumps out to me that I would say this is a good place to take that trade, other than it broken out of the 1 hour box it was in and is sitting on cost basis. And that's probably the reason that you took it. I'm just trying to understand a little bit better. So, yeah.
That was a fucking message. I got lost. Yeah, I didn't hear it. You were breaking up.
Oh my God. Yeah, what's up?
4 9 days for tomorrow. Away for catch some IV.
Yeah, you're fucking around with fire. I mean, on the rip, if we would made it to four, I mean, I'm swinging. I got calls for hedges because I'm swinging puts, trying to get down to four. And well, I took them here. I basically just made what I put into the trade. So like the trade's damn near almost free. I just bought those weeklies. My thing is and we'll see what happens here. If we lose this floor here, there's a good chance we're going to go into that 486, like I said. And then we have a gap all the way down there. So, we'll see. One of the big things that's ailing me now is that whenever you build something, break something, right, you want to do this. You don't want to do that. And so this is kind of sending a message to me that we might be following through for a downside move. But
Like, would that be an example of not being able to pass the baton up?
yeah, you could look at it that way, or not able to grab onto a ledge, right? If this is where we needed to grab, that was a total failure, right? And then we look at what's underneath us, and we can kind of like get rid of everything. And I think this is our signal. I should stop doing that. There we go. So that gap, that 483 is the potential target tomorrow, but it is a drop down. My thing that I have, you can tell my fucking brain's moving a million miles an hour right now, but I've got a box underneath us. So either we box it up here, right? Bounce off of the imbalance or the 50% mark of this wick, which is also the top of the box, and then we stay in here, right? Or maybe we can, because of the empty space up above us, we can whiplash and go break into a new high. So it's inconclusive, but the opportunity presented itself because of the empty space on the lower time frame for me to go ahead and take that, because if it did happen, the candle would close red closer to the floor, and that would likely drive us down. Damn, dude. It is thundering and lightning. Hard. In this motherfucker.
One is this stuff for your birthday.
Kitchen stuff? Wait, what? No, don't talk about it. Stop. Nope. What are you talking about? My birthday? It already. You just got an email about my birthday? Ivy. Ivy, what are you doing?
Which one?
I'm watching you. My birthday already passed, guys. It was last year. What? No, yeah. Did you send an email about my birthday?
That?
All right. She said I'm innocent. All right. Anyway, so that's how I feel about that. Shit. There you go. Almost dropped my water. I guess did we get anything else on the request here? Affirm up. What the fuck? I guess I missed that one. Yeah. So no, I don't think so. I don't think it's going to go up.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Me neither.
I hate to brag, but I typically don't miss. No, I'm just kidding. All right. TTD. We already did that one, right? Yeah, you were right. Hopefully you got some of that Potter Pig. By the way, that is not my alt account. I don't know. I know you guys are suspicious, but just pigs are shy. All right. Yep. What did I miss in live trading chat? Why does this all look like crash out material? No parents at all. That's fucking hilarious. That was the results. Alex, what the fuck is that, bro? You need to take my real face and put it on there. That guy kind of looks like Mark Zuckerberg at the same time. Hey, yo. He said Potter Stocks Trading. Come play in our box. Why'd you make my eyes look so fucking tired? That's crazy. All right. I don't look that tired. Okay, question of setting up Heineken Ashy candlesticks. I don't use them. They're Heineken Assy. More like that. More like it.
Are you saying Heineken?
Yeah, I just like saying it that way because does it not sound better?
It's more-
Heineken ass. I say Heineken Assy. Oh my god, get out of here, Ivy. All right, it's 4:20. You guys have a great evening. Hopefully it is. Hopefully the swing trades today, you guys were green. If you were and have anything you want to share on the gains page, delightful. But yeah, that last Q trade was also pretty delicious. Little 300, 400%. A lot of scalpers use it. It just doesn't do what I needed to do. surely. It smooths out what I don't need to have smoothed out. When are we getting the soundboard back? When you guys will behave yourselves? God damn it. We just need to reevaluate the impact of each button. You know what? Shut the fuck up. I do not. Sometimes we need to lock in. And can I rely on you to shift the momentum back to money mode? Exactly. No. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Good play. Are there gonna be diarrhea sounds on the soundboard? Probably. All right. I'm out. You guys have a wonderful evening. Ivy, absolutely diabolical meme play. What the fuck are you doing? This will be on YouTube in just a little while. So if you, is it really gonna gap up to 141 on Trade Desk? What the fuck are you talking about? No, it says 65 right now. That'd be one of the biggest plays ever. But anyway, all right, we're gonna stop the